might be that people vintage, aviator-style glass goggles from the 1950s is going to be making a comeback soon. That's because three-wheel vehicles are also creating a comeback, materializing in greater numbers than previously. Apparently there are many than 20,000 Polaris slingshots already traveling, and from now on the 2017 Vanderhall Roadster is poised to check out in its tracks. Open cockpit, bugs-in-the-face motoring is rapidly becoming fashionable. There's no mystery for the appeal of these small three-wheel runabouts. When you combine a responsive, personal-size package, a brand-new, open-air encounter while using natural world, and also the exhilaration of speed, you find a triple distilled driving experience. If Lotus Colin Chapman continued to be designing cars today, although be thinking about expressing his obsession with simplicity and lightness using a three-wheel vehicle. Well, maybe we're a little ingesting the experience of briefly driving a 2017 Vanderhall Venice across the ocean in Malibu, California. But we're sure you comprehend. A pure, stripped-down driving experience has appeal, especially when there's plausible of a stripped-down price to accompany it. Lucky for us, the cost for the Venice model in Vanderhall's lineup starts at $29,050. If you want more luxury interior appointments within your Vanderhall Roadster, as well as a carbon fiber body as an alternative to ABS plastic, including a removable hardtop roof, then you definitely step up to your $49,050 Vanderhall Laguna. There are kinds of three-wheelers, and we're embarrassed to admit that individuals have driven greater than our share. Like the rear-wheel drive Morgan three-wheeler, both old, 1911 to 1939, and new, 2012 now, which walks you back in time to Britain noisy 1920s, when motorcycle-based cycle cars helped mobilize people at reasonable prices. And then there's the front-wheel drive Tri-Hawk, 1982 to 1985, a Citroën-powered vehicle engineered to some extent by Bob McKee, famous for his home-built Can-Am racing cars from the 1960s. And finally, there's the rear-wheel drive Campagna T-Rex, 1994 now, a good piece powered by way of a motorcycle engine that drives to be an open-wheel racing car. Compared for the other three-wheelers we've driven, the front-wheel drive Vanderhall Venice is much more like an automobile, for the purpose we think most people will likely be grateful. You can step within the stiff sides in the cockpit tub and some semblance of grace, after which there's room for two long legs after you take your seat and hang up your feet around the pedals. A turbocharged 1.4-liter engine delivers a wide, easy-going power band, along with the 6-speed automatic transmission makes all the powertrain more tractable. Electric assist rack and pinion steering takes the PC muscle out of parking lots, along with the front-wheel disc brakes are a lot more than up on the task of bringing this 1,550-pound package to your stop. Most of all, the suspension delivers both actual wheel travel and relatively supple damping, two things notably missing in every other three-wheeler that individuals have ever driven. So wow, using a winding two-lane road up a canyon to wherever it goes, and you're sitting just 4.5 inches off the floor, and so the low center of gravity helps the Vanderhall twist and turn quickly on its 100.4-inch wheelbase. The wide, 58.8-inch front track and standard 225/Forte R18 Continental front tires assist the car please take a strong bite inside the corners, and there's a good amount of grip before the Vanderhall Roadster predictably starts to understeer. The smart guys within the Vanderhall project revealed that front-wheel drive delivers a great deal more stable and predictable dynamic package within a three-wheeler than rear-wheel drive. Certainly we are able to all agree that it's easier to have two wheels in front rather than only one, as being the famous Top Gear video sequence of your Reliant Robin rolling itself into someone's entry effectively proved. At the same time frame, don't increase the risk for mistake of thinking the Vanderhall is simply a cut-down grocery getter. It'll sprint to 60 miles per hour inside 4.5 seconds, we're told, making it all how you can 137 miles per hour if you're as much as it. The engine whistles heavily through its intake track and wheezes through its turbocharger's waster gate. The tall windshield is actually effective, but there's still enough wind blasting from the cockpit that goggles are way much better than living together with the dust which will inevitably bypass your high-fashion sunglasses. There's 2.7 cubic feet of cargo space behind the seats to transport a light bag. And while enthusiasts of three-wheelers are famous long-distance travelers, you will need some physical dedication to drive much farther than the usual single load of fuel within the 10-gallon tank enables. The Vanderhall is absolutely best for a day drive on the winding road. Being a freeway trip, one of several pickup trucks and SUVs could make you think twice about your lifestyle choices. With its framework of welded extruded aluminum, the Vanderhall feels pretty smartly engineered. Of course, much on the smartness originates from the use of components sourced through the parts bins of General Motors. Even so, much smartness also emanates from the vehicle's creator, Steve Hall. The son and grandson of immensely successful and innovative engineers within the business of gas and oil prices drilling, the youngest Hall has recently had a teenage enthusiasm for not just cars but additionally computer-aided design. So when he embarked within this three-wheel project last year, he with his fantastic team could design and fabricate a minimum of 11 prototypes of varying configurations and a few 40 pre-production units. Last year, the Vanderhall began production in Provo, Utah, where Hall lives, and we're told that over 100 vehicles are now within the ground. In addition, Hall's experience because operator of a retail outlet for exotic cars taught him some useful reasons for selling cars, so Vanderhall not simply has a financing program for customers and also a flooring program because of its dealers, so that you'll have the capacity to look at an auto at the 10 Vanderhall dealers throughout the country, the spot that the Venice and Laguna are now being sold. As three-wheelers go, the 2017 Vanderhall Venice is less weird and a lot more mainstream. It would be great when it looked slightly snappier and sounded just a little meaner. Nevertheless, the real breakthrough this can be a way it attracts grown-ups, not merely kids. Of course, some states still imagine three-wheelers similar to this as motorcycles, which means that your DMV might convince you must have a bicycle rider's license and wear a helmet. But some 28 states now recognize the autocycle, that is legally categorized for an automobile. As soon because you snap your goggles available and grab the woodroom steering wheel inside your hands, you realize this is basically all about a classic driving experience, in which the number of wheels on the car is much less important than the variety of bugs on your own teeth. 2017 Vanderhall Venice specifications on sale now, price $29,950/$31,600. Base/as tested engine 1.4 liters turbocharged DOC 16 valve/200 horsepower at 4,300 revolutions per minute, 200 pounds-to-feet transmission, 6-speed automatic layout, 2-passenger, front engine FWD Roadster, EPA mileage 24-30 seconds mile per gallon, city/highway, Estel XWXH 145.2 by 68.9 by 48.8 in wheelbase, 100.4 in weight, 1,550 pounds, 0 to 60 miles per hour 4.5 seconds, as top speed 130 miles per hour.